Hello, this is Pierre. Welcome back. Now, for those of you who just tuned into this video for the first time, this is part of a two-part series on deployment of partnership. So, if you haven't watched the first video, I recommend that you go to watch that video first before you watch this video. So, the next topic I want to talk about is legal requirement and a few other things that follow. Um, Now, we are not really legal people here at Asia P3 Hub, but I want to share our experience with you. At Asia P3 Hub, we set up Asia P3 Hub from scratch. Soon we realized that it was really necessary to have standard legal agreement templates in place because, you know, this tends to take a lot of time. In partnership, it is important to create a legal framework that captures the role and responsibilities of the partnership in writing. Over the years, we found that it is more effective to have in place a range of agreement frameworks to be used to suit each partnership context. Our agreement arrangements range from non-binding but faster to put in place to very binding but a little slower to put in place. It is very critical to seek counsel from your internal legal department, um, and that's what we did. Now, if you don't have one, it would be wise to seek external legal advice. One of the legal instruments that we used quite often over the years is a letter of intent. Um, this is a non-binding document but demonstrates goodwill among partners to work together in partnership. This often suits a partnership that is complex or at an exploration stage which requires some time before a concrete partnership can be formed. A letter of intent ensures that partners can continue to put energy and resources into continuing the conversation in the same direction. It gives assurance to each other that there is a commitment down the track to form a partnership. Even just putting something in writing helps to align partners on what has been agreed upon. Even though um, a letter of intent is not legally binding, it serves as a kind of agreement that all parties are committed to make a partnership happen. Legal framework or legal paperwork can follow in the form of binding full partnership agreement or contract later on once partnership is agreed. So how are partnership resources? Well, one of the common questions uh, is who will pay for the partnership project? We naturally tend to think that only money can solve everything. Here is a list of resources that partners should explore. If a partner does not have the financial resources, they may have expertise or network they can bring to make partnership projects successful. Partners may decide to work together to apply for grants from funding body or even take out a loan together. Um, the decision has to be made together as partners. What we have learned is that when partners set their sight on putting effort to achieve a mutually agreed objective, they become creative in finding resources they need. So the takeaway here is that consider unconventional resources and focus on what the partnership thrives to achieve. That will be the driver to push everyone to work towards finding the right resources. So the next topic, which is the final topic I like to talk about in this segment, is measurement. To get the project deployed, we need to be very clear about how we are going to measure the partnership as well as the partnership project that the partners are going to work on together. I also talk about measurement in my segment about theory of change, so if you haven't watched it, I recommend that you watch that video as well. So there are two levels of measurement to be considered in a partnership. First, it's the measurement of the partnership itself. This is where we need to measure how the partners are getting along. Does everyone fulfill their roles and responsibilities? How engaged have they been? How is the decision making process? Now, to measure the health of the partnership, you may adapt the partnership health check developed by the partnering initiative. Now, you can find all the resources in our microsite, but you can also Google or visit the website of our partner, the partnering initiative. Um, the health check centers around 13 indicators. However, it is very important that the means of measuring the health of your partnership should be defined and agreed by you and your partners. That's very important. But those indicators are really good foundations, and you can adapt them to suit your own need. Second is the measurement of the partnership project, meaning what are you going to form a partnership for, and how do we measure that project, right? Partners um, get together, of course, to solve a particular problem, right? And that is the project they agree to work on together. Depending on the problem the partners seek to address, there are macro frameworks like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, domain-specific standards such as the Sphere standard. You can go and check out the Sphere standard. It's a booklet that are widely used for humanitarian response, and other targets that are very specific to the partnership project you implement with your partners. So you can look at all of these resources and adapt to suit your own project, right? It is really important to have a measurement framework before the project starts, or it may be too late to capture the necessary metrics by the time the project has begun. So this draw this segment to a close, and I just want to thank you very much for tuning in, and I wish you all the best. I hope that this is uh, helpful to you. All the best. Bye for now.